They use poverty as an excuse to break up households. Now in 25, education is being used to impoverish Black and brown women. Who knew that being uneducated would be a financial flex in 2025? Okay? Seriously. If you don't owe six figures in student loans, you're winning. You're ahead of the game. And that says a lot about where we are as a country these days. We were told to get a degree, follow the rules, climb the ladder, bust through the glass ceilings. We did all that. And now we're being penalized for it. Let's break down what borrowers are facing this year in 25. All right. The landscape has changed, and not for the better. So you know about the SAVE plan, right? That's been blocked, right? Blocked. This was a plan that was supposed to make things manageable. Lower monthly payments, faster forgiveness. It's gone. Blocked by a federal court. Over 8 million borrowers are affected. And no, the Department of Education isn't bringing it back. Are we even bringing the Department of Education back? Let's keep going. Married borrowers. Why can't I say the word borrowers? Because I don't want to be a borrower. I want to be a lender. That's why I can't say it. Married borrowers are paying more. Starting May 10th, even if you're separated or you file your taxes alone, your spouse's income will still need to be used to calculate your payments. How do y'all feel about that? So now, your ex can affect your current finances. Make it make sense. You may live in the same household and handle things individually. I don't think it's fair. What do you think? Tell me what you think. Public service loan forgiveness is under review. They're proposing new rules that could exclude employers tied to immigration work or other controversial causes. So the people doing the most community work might be blocked from relief. The people that's working in the trenches, the people that's helping families that need food, housing, medical, can be excluded from PSLF. Student loan oversight might move to the SBA. Yes, the Small Business Administration. You heard me right. An agency already stretched very thin might soon manage $1.6 trillion in student loans. They've never handled student loan debt before. It's not their lane. And they're already talking about layoffs, right? The SOAR plan is introduced but stalled. This plan could bring $0 payments for low-income borrowers. But Congress, they're not moving on it. So it's just sitting there. Wait. Defaults on loans are climbing. 9 million borrowers are considered late on their payments. Over 4.2 million are more than 90 days past due. Wage garnishment and tax refund seizures are back on the table, which is ridiculous because we know some people don't pay their taxes. Let's keep going. The old repayment plans are still open. So you can still apply for IBR, pay, and ICR. It's not perfect, but something is still available out there. So what can you do right now? Visit studentaid.gov and use the loan simulator. Talk to a student loan advisor. Some nonprofits offer the service for free. Consider refinancing if you're not relying on federal forgiveness. If you're in public service, documents everything. But this is bigger than student loan payments, y'all. It's about policy. It's about equity. Because if you're a Black woman in this country, you're statistically carrying the highest student loan burden. Wonder why we're having so many problems with it? The average amount owed is $37,558 just after one degree. And that doesn't include grad school certifications, interest, any of the bells and whistles, right? Nearly 40% of women ages 25 to 34 have a bachelor's degree. About 14% have a graduate degree. And most of us didn't pay in cash. So, again, we did what we were supposed to do. We got the degree, we secured the job, we uplifted our families, we've always done. Now what? Being penalized for not earning enough money in the fields that we're educated in. Penalized for getting married and having a two-income household. Only 2% of eligible borrowers get full forgiveness. Meanwhile, billionaires, they get grants. Corporations get bailouts. Working class women, we get interest. We get penalized, right? Listen, this feels real familiar. It's giving 1980s remix. When they painted Black and brown mothers as welfare queens in the 80s, it started with something like this, systemically. Ronald Reagan coined that term, if I believe correctly, right? When they used poverty as an excuse to break up households. Now in 25, education is being used to impoverish Black and brown women. Because we came out of that welfare queen stereotype, even though we never received more government aid than any other group. Black women, Black families never received as much government aid, percentage-wise, right? So if it's 100 Black people, 100 other people, it's never been a situation where Black people have been the majority when receiving any type of benefits. You can look that up. You can look that up. Divided. They want us drowning in debt. They want us distracted. But guess what? We see it. Call it out. Call a thing a thing. Here's what's really going on. It's not just the finish line that keeps moving. It's not just the totem pole that keeps shifting. The entire game resets itself every time someone from the wrong background gets too close to winning. That's not competition. That's control. We're not looking at a broken system. We're looking at one that's working exactly the way it was designed to reward proximity to power and punish effort without privilege. They say pull yourself up by the bootstraps, baby. We've been doing that. And we were born barefoot. Others inherited the whole shoe factory, and guess what? They still come in last place. So now they have to adjust where the finish line is. That's why this matters. Because we're not just borrowers, we're builders. We're not just tired, we're informed. And we're not just surviving, we're organizing, we're voting, we're leading. I said that to say this. Don't let these antics, decisions, policies deter you. We've been through so much worse. We have thrived, dominated in a system that was designed to oppress us. Not designed without us in mind, but designed specifically to bury you. You turned that graveyard into a garden. We've already overcome. Victory is ours. There's nothing, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. Stay focused. Keep your goals in the forefront of your mind. Make decisions that bring you closer to your purpose. Walk and stand firm in that purpose and stay within your values. Keep your integrity during this time. You don't need to respond to everything. You don't need to absorb everything. You don't need to accept anything. Return to sender any spirit that seeks to interrupt your peace. We got this. This is just another ploy to try to knock you off your block. But stand 10 toes down. 2025 is yours. Here on out, it's yours to own. Nobody else's. That's my 2 cents. Take it or leave it. It's free. Visit chatterboxtherapist.com today.